Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. And we are broadcasting, as always, from the Metro Station inside of Julio's Liquors, the lower level. We try to keep it classy.
Yeah.
And joining me
It's
as
never worked out for us.
that's never worked out, but we're still gonna try, damn it.
Yeah.
Joining me on the dais, of course, is Randall J. Bird. And
But joining me
yeah, you want to
and
do it?
you is somebody who will make it classy.
Yes.
Madhu from some pretty exciting Indian spirits from India.
He is the international sales guru for Indri single malt Indian whiskey. For those of you who are not familiar with this is like one of the number one selling Indian. This is the number one selling Indian whiskey in the United States. It does extremely well. And the reason why is, I'm going to try it so I can convince you too, Randall, is because it tastes really, really good.
Yeah, I'm familiar. But when we're talking about bringing class, knowledge, and information, Madhu, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much. It's awesome to be here and sharing some stories with you guys today.
Yeah.
All right, tell us a little bit about Indri, because I don't think a lot of people know about the product.
Indri, as you rightly said, is the leading single malt that's being sold from the US and also in India. Because what we do is 70% of what we produce in India is sold in India, and the rest 30% is exported.
Well, that explains why we can't get enough of it. Get on that, guys. I'm looking at our suppliers right now.
It's a single malt that is distilled in the northern part of India,
okay,
where temperatures are extreme. Our summers go up to 122 Fahrenheit, and the winters go down to 32. So there's a lot of extraction of colors and flavors from the barrel in a short period of time. Yeah. But the flip side is we lose about 10 to 12% of our liquids to angels, or we have greedy angels.
Is that per year?
It's per year.
Yeah. Wow. So in 5 years, you basically lose 50% of what you put into the barrel.
You're absolutely
That's insane.
Right. Yes.
But generally, that means, just extrapolating it a little bit further, that you can get that kind of aged and influence or extraction of the barrel characteristics much faster.
Yes, please.
So you'll see a longer, slower sleep, for instance, in Scotland with the single malt, but you can do that rapidly.
Yes.
And have the same quality level. So which I'm fascinated with.
Yeah. A lot of people think like you're not cheating time. This is the way it ages in India. Just like it's the environment, correct?
It's the environment. It's what the nature gives us. It's what the nature does to the barrels. It's what you get a lot of fruity and spicy note to our Indian single malts. With Indri, you'll notice that it's a very fruity whiskey. There's also a lot of wood spice in it, and that kind of extraction happens because of the heat that we have in India. And that's what the nature gives us. And while the nature gives us all these colors and flavors in shorter period of time compared to Scotland loses about 2% to 2.5% to the angels every year. We lose like 4 times more.
Yeah.
And it's totally different spirit that comes out because of that.
All right.
Well, we always like to start with some drinking. So
it's called the name of the show is called It's the Liquor Talking, and we can't do that unless we start drinking because it has to talk. You know what I mean? All right, Madhu. Which the first one we're going to try today?
The first one you're going to try is the Indri Trini. So that's a flagship expression. It's a triple cask single malt. The reason Trini means three in Sanskrit. It's liquid that we mature in bourbon, French red wine, and sherry cask separately, and then we draw the liquid and then marry them. Let them rest before we bottle it across.
In a larger vat or ton?
Yes.
And is that wooden as well? Or
no, not necessarily.
It doesn't have to be, but I'm just asking.
We have stainless steel vats. So it's drawn out of the barrel and put into the stainless steel vats, and we let it marry within each other and let them rest for about 30 to 45 days before we bottle it across.
That long, huh?
Yeah.
It really must, it marries together a lot better that way.
Yes, please. And our blender, Surinder, is very specific that we do that so that not one of the barrel is overpowering the characteristics of the other. So there's a nice balance between bourbon, red wine, and sherry coming in.
Well, it shows in the liquid. I mean, that's a really beautiful. It's got these great fruit characteristics. It's almost got like I want to go like apricot and like red berry flavors. It finishes off really nice. It almost has a little bit of a spice to it too.
Yes,
the
please.
finish does. What's the ABV on this one?
It's 92 proof,
Okay.
46% non-chill filtered.
So no non-chill filter, no added color because you don't need to because of the extraction from the barrel, correct?
Correct. And also, there is another reason why we keep it non-chill filtered. All our expressions is that we use an Indian barley, and the Indian barley is smaller grain, richer proteins. It's got
Okay.
more proteins and enzymes. So when we distill, we get more fats in our
Less
whiskey.
lipid, yeah.
And that's by keeping a non-chill filter, we are actually retaining those fats and those flavors and passing it on to the customers.
Yeah, what a lot of people don't understand is when you do a chill filtration, what you're doing is taking the fatty molecules away. So if it gets cold, it won't cloud up. All right. Well, I know if it's going to be cloudy,
You're taking away mouthfeel and flavor, which is why
right.
people are now not chill
Chill
filtering. You may see an appearance change slightly with an ice cube or if it's chilled,
Yes.
but that is part of the natural thing, and it indicates that there's more flavor in the bottle. Even though 60 years ago you would have said this is off-putting because it's changed the way that it appears, we now understand that you're sacrificing flavor if you strip that out.
Well, I think that's also, Randall, is because of the education of the whiskey drinker too. They understand now that it's more natural. If you see a chill haze on it, you understand that it's a more natural product, and you applaud it rather than discard it.
Right.
You're very right, Ryan. I think when we even add a cube of ice, it starts turning milkier.
Mhm.
And for us, that's a statement of quality.
Right.
That the fats are there inside the whiskey.
We've always been used to that because in New England we drink soda with things that float in it. We don't really have a problem with stuff like
and
that.
the other thing is
Even our water, some of that has stuff that floats in it, so we have no problem with that.
Right. I think it's come a long way. The reason that they started doing chill filtration was because people didn't understand it. Now
Right.
they do. I just wanted to touch base on the fact that one of the things that's fascinating to me is that you have 3 separate different aging processes. Those whiskeys were probably delicious on their own, but you've put them together in a vat, and that process comes from the French term, I think, mariage. Or marriage, so that they mingle together and then molecularly combine in a way that adds that complexity from all 3 of the barrels. And you're doing that in a way that doesn't add another wild card in with a wooden barrel. And you're getting these layered, complex, and all the delicious notes from almost 3 separate whiskeys, but combined beautifully into one and that happens over time. If you shock them in one day, it doesn't happen. You'll get separate kind of jarring tastes that are different. So very nice product. I'm fascinated with this. This is a delicious single malt.
You can
Thank
definitely see why this is sought after. And a lot of people think though too is and then we do have a lot of people of Indian descent buying it, but there's a lot of people from around the globe, different ethnicities that seek this out, and you can understand why because of the flavor components on this.
I think what has been very encouraging for us with Indri is that we sell Indri in about 35 countries worldwide. Yes, there are a few countries where there is a lot of ethnic crowd who is supporting it, but a majority of our customers are single malt whiskey drinkers who
Right.
want to try something new, something out of what they've been drinking all these years. And once they get hooked onto it, they love it because it's so much more flavors than what they've been used to.
Correct.
And when people want to flirt with something new, that's the way to go. Indri is the way to go. Yeah.
Now, if you've not tried this and you are a Scotch drinker, you really owe it to yourself to grab a bottle of this and try it. And if we have any open, we'll obviously let you let people try it here at the store. But it's one of those type of things I really encourage people to expand their knowledge base on this. All right. So what's the second one we got here?
The second one is a cast strength single malt from the same distillery. We call it Drew. The Drew in Sanskrit means a wooden vessel. As per ancient mythology, it was a wooden vessel in which alcohol were offered to gods. Now, why we chose the name was it was just ex-bourbon casks, hand-selected by our blender. The youngest whiskey in that is 7 years old, but if you look at the color of that whiskey, that's you need to wait for 20 plus years in a cooler climate to get that kind of a color.
Yeah, 7's old for Indian whiskey for everybody who's listening. They think 7, that's not a young, not for Indian whiskey when you're losing 10% a year.
And this one just matured in ex-bourbon barrels I think it's a multi-layered whiskey. It's a complex whiskey bottled at 114
Wow.
proof. Lot of peaches, apricots, a little bit of soft spice, cinnamon. There's a lot happening in this whiskey.
I really like this one. This has a huge concentration of flavor. This one I would definitely say as a cat. What's the cat strength on this one?
114.4.
Yeah.
Does that change with each,
No,
or do you
iteration?
try and target
No,
for
we
the
try-
lowest?
no. What we do is it's very funny. In India, if you have to do different strengths on different batches, I need to pay the state excise
Right.
$2,000 every time we do it. So to maintain consistency, we keep it at 57% for every batch that we do and we bottle it.
Right.
This is add a little water to this. This is definitely
Yeah.
a thinking person's whiskey because we got a lot going on. We have to take a little bit of a break. We're going to continue during the break to talk to Madhu and going through these Indri products. So if you want to continue this conversation, please go to Facebook, Julio's Facebook page. We are broadcasting this live.
It's the Liquor Talking. We'll be back after these messages. Please stay tuned or continue with the Facebook Live feed.
All right, we can continue now. We can continue now. The flavor concentrations are really cool, and I love this one in the fact that it's the combos, the flavor components are totally different than the flagship.
The flagship,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I think when we launched the flagship of the triple cask, a lot of people came to us and asked, "Hey, we would get to know a distillery's true character when we're tasting the bourbon cask," and we didn't want to go and do a 46% 92 proof bourbon finish. We thought we'll if people are wanting it, let's
Yeah.
give them the full flavors. that
Give the
comes
people
out-
what they want.
Yeah. So give the people what they want, and that's the reason why we bottled it 114 and we did this across.
And so just as for an additional educational piece, in the United States, we come accustomed that each time that you bottle, it is literally at what the cask strength is at. But what you've done here, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you might have some that are 58 or 59 proof, but for consistency in labeling, you will bring it down to the thing that you've paid your taxes and your price to label it at. And so it is the highest proof strength that you can get on a consistent basis, as opposed to fluctuating each time you have a barrel, which causes label changes, fees, additional things.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason, and
It's
that's
really
what we
good.
do actually.
This
And
is really good.
The other thing I wanted to point out is that, like Ryan was saying, add water to whiskey. This is a tip that I have for everyone because I almost put the water into the whiskey. But the way that I like to do this is if you put the water on your palate
we call this the Randall Bird method for those.
and you swallow, leave a little bit of your palate or your tongue wet, and then you drink the whiskey, you have not changed what's in the glass. But once you pour that capful or whatever water in, that is going to change the whole thing. So as you're playing with the water and seeing how much it changes, or you cannot touch your base tasting baseline with what's in the glass. So I did have a fantastic experience by the water hitting this because it
does. It
opens a
really
lot of
does
the
change
aromas
it.
and flavors.
So much more flavor going.
Yeah, it kind of opens up. I kind of, when I do master classes or tastings, I tell people that imagine it's like a chemical bond,
Mhm.
and a few drops of water is just loosening the bond, letting the flavors and the aromas come out. Whereas too much of water is gonna completely dilute it and kill it across. So a little bit of water is the trick.
Yeah. We had some studio audience show up too, as well as Kenny Sadowski, who's waiting in the wings. So we'll ply him and his friend with some whiskey. That'll help.
Yeah. Otherwise, they get rowdy, Madhu.
They get rowdy. They get rowdy.
Get very riled
So
up.
so far, really good. These are both very, very good.
Very different.
They're very
and
different
very good.
and very good. But the last one we're going to try is your peated version. Now, I think Randall asked this question to you earlier, but where are you getting the peat? Is there peat in India?
No, absolutely not. There is no peat in India.
Okay.
There is no peat in India. The climate does not allow us to have any peat, so we have to import peat from Scotland. So what we do is we import peat from the Highland region of Scotland because we believe that the Highland region of Scotland has peat that is soft, heather. It's heathery, it's soft, it's more subtle. And when you bring in the Highland peat and smoke the Indian barley, the 6-row barley that I was talking, which has more proteins in it, we feel the fruity notes and
Oh,
the
wait a minute. We're coming
Okay,
back.
we're going to come
We'll
back.
come back.
and
I want you to finish that
complete
up.
that. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, we're back. I know you missed us, but we're here with Madhu from Indri, and we're trying the last whiskey in his setup, which is a peated whiskey, and the peat actually comes from Scotland.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well,
So
when
just
you were
wanted to bring it
taking a commercial break and people are taking a break from listening to us, we're still hard at work
Yes, we don't stop.
tasting through the commercial.
There's no
we
stopping
tasted
us.
a peated whiskey, and Madhu, you were explaining a little bit about how you import Highland peat from Scotland, and you believe that that has a profound and delicious effect on the whiskey. So
Yes.
go ahead.
So the Highland peat from Scotland is soft and gentle, and it allows the Indian single malt, the unpeated Indian single malt, also to shine.
Right.
So we want people to taste the fruits, the sweetness, the honey, the caramel, the flavor, while there is a peat also added to it. So the peat is like a background playing. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not just peat. It's
You know-
like a music that plays in the background while you're getting to enjoy all the other characteristics of the whiskey.
I like to say it's the salt, not the steak.
Yep.
So it adds like it enhances the other flavors. And as a matter of fact, speaking of that, there's a little salinic finish to this, which is very interesting on the palate too. It's really nice.
Well, again, to kind of take a little bit deeper dive, most people are familiar in Scotland, single malts, with peat that's from Islay or the islands. Peat is decayed vegetable matter. That vegetable matter comes from seaweed or kelp, and it has a different content and flavor profile than
Mhm.
something up in the mountains, which is heather or grassy things that have now fallen to the ground, decayed, and then become part of that soil that you can burn, like sod or turf in Ireland. Peat is just another expression for this decayed, compacted vegetable matter, organic matter that you can burn. And each of those areas has different flavor characteristics. And I think you're 100% right. This is a softer, more floral, aromatic kind of peat
Some
instead of the
tropical-
waxy
Right, but there's like
marine characteristics that you get from Islay. So
but there's like this tropical fruit flavors going on in this one. Even you know, I always joke about that, but almost even a little like pineapple and stuff like that. There's some really good
So
fruitiness to this.
so what we've done is we have peated the barley, and it's peated bourbon cask and unpeated sherry. So we bring
Okay.
in, it's a double cask
oh
experiment.
yeah.
Okay.
So Agnya, in Indri's Agnya brings in an unpeated sherry and a peated bourbon, and then we marry it together across.
Very good.
And that's why you get a lot more of those burnt pineapple, a little bit of
Yeah.
the citrusy notes, the honeysuckle over there, ripen over there. Yet the peat is also playing in the background. So when you ideally finish the liquid, the peat comes back
Right.
from the back of your throat. So
It repeats.
it repeats.
Oh,
Randall. It repeats.
It repeats.
But also, it's
That's
adding
how
a
you do a
richer,
pun, Randall.
right? That is how you do a pun. It also gives you a richer mouthfeel,
Yeah, it does.
almost like a coating or a breaded kind of feel, and that just makes the experience just, to me, pleasant, softer, and long lasting, which is really nice.
I do. I want to thank you for showing these to us today and coming in and going through these. I think there's a lot here that our customers and people in the United States should definitely explore.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah,
Ryan.
really do appreciate it. And
I just wanted to mention
yeah, go
real
ahead.
quickly that those aren't the only products that you make,
No,
right?
no.
So on the table, I don't think we're going to get a chance to taste them, but what are these two?
So India is the second largest sugarcane growing country in the world after Brazil, but no distillery in India has ever made an attempt to make a pure cane juice rum. So the agricole style. We can't call it agricole because of the regulations.
Regulations, right?
So this is 100% pure sugarcane juice rum, which we have sugarcane fields right outside our distillery. So we get the fresh sugarcane, juice them, ferment them, distill them in the same stills that we do our single malt whiskey. And we have a 3-year-old which is aged entirely for 3 years,
Okay.
and an 8-year-old which is aged entirely for 8 years.
Wow.
The 3 years is just in bourbon cask, and the 8 years is 85% bourbon and 15%.
And the same rules apply. If you're barreling these, you're going to lose 10% a year.
Absolutely.
Same rules apply.
And that's why you see the different colors
Concentration.
between 3 and
Oh,
8.
right.
You can see that there's a massive change in color that happens between the 3 and the 8 over there. So these are some fantastic, no additives. We don't have any added sugar, color, flavor to these rums. So it's a natural rum. So that's the other thing that we do.
And I
from-
think that the thing that I would try and emphasize with India is extraction. You're extracting the colors and the flavors out of the wood much faster because of the climatic conditions. You're not adding in anything to make it look darker.
Yes, please.
And yeah, it's fantastic. These products that we've tasted are amazing, and I look forward to trying some of the rums, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're
Whenever.
Okay.
low on time here.
Yeah, sure.
But thank you so
And
much for
just a
coming.
busy
Appreciate it.
person. He's got to travel.
Yeah,
all
he's
over the
he's
place.
this is like
So thank
this
you
is
for
like
stopping
top
by.
one this morning.
Right.
I think.
You're right.
From. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Yeah,
much.
appreciate
Yeah,
everything.
thank you. Thank you.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank
So
you. Thank you, buddy.
Indri and Piccadilly is like kind of the importing
Yeah.
source. So fantastic. And I understand that the distillery, if you get a chance to travel, is fantastic. It's massive.
Yeah.
And they're doing a ton of great work over there. So, you know, we always like to add the travel component in, and maybe they'll have an invitation for us if we ever get over there. So
You think you're going to get invited?
no,
that?
I don't think. I think if I'm in country, they'll be like, yeah, I guess we have
Yeah.
to come by.
Yeah, we have to let him come by on,
Yeah.
on the thing. All right. Well, everybody's been waiting patiently over there on the sidelines today, and you know he's coming off the bench as they would say, right? Getting his let me get his mic up so he's there. And joining us on the dais right now is the beverage whisperer himself. I like to whisper too. And he's on. Hey, Kenny, what's up?
Good morning.
Did you get to try some of that
Thank
whiskey?
you for letting someone come on the dais here who is exactly the opposite of the previous guest. Very sophisticated, very refined he was. And now you're allowing the village idiot up here. So I appreciate
We're an equal opportunity.
Kenny, how are things going? Is there new stuff in the sports world that
Oh, yes.
I don't follow this at all? So of course,
Yeah, no, this
news
is all
to
a
me.
foreign
Most-
word. So
Most important thing that happened in the sports world this week was the Jimmy Fund Boston Red Sox Dana-Farber telethon. That's why I'm wearing my Dana-Farber hat.
hat,
What
yeah.
a great cause. Jimmy Fund is the oldest collaboration with a sports team in U.S. history. It's 59 years old, I want to say right now. Just awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Great stuff. And one of my friends is Greg Hill, WEEI, and I made a contribution as soon as he got on the air Monday morning
Nice.
because he went on vacation after that. He came back from vacation just to run that 2-day telethon. So it's never too late to give to the Jimmy Fund, but that's sort of
You can give any time you
sport
want. right?
adjacent.
Yes.
Well, no, I mean,
I know Kenny is always yelling at me because and rightfully
Yes,
so.
at the
in a lot-
brink of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna just do the drink of the show so Kenny can't yell at me. That's the new thing we're going for.
he
the
also
show.
can't whisper when he's drinking
That's true. That is true.
unless he becomes a
All right,
ventriloquist.
Randall, you want to tell everybody what's in our?
Well, we've poured something
Yes.
mysterious into our coffee mugs. We're happy to tell you in New England what it is, but it's nobody's business. You know, you could keep this private, but for our audiences, it looks like it is another whiskey.
Well, it's not just any whiskey. It is Old Elk. It's a 10-year-old wheated bourbon. You want to explain what wheated bourbon is, Randall?
Yes, it's bourbon that's weeded.
Very good.
So
So
it
glad you got that out
means
for me.
Bourbon by law has to be at least 51% corn,
Right.
but the remainder of the mash bill or the grain recipe has the most significant second ingredient being wheat.
And this is at 118.6.
Whoa.
So barrel strength.
Yeah, barrel strength,
Does not
10-year-old.
taste
yeah,
like a
no,
high
that's
proof.
really smooth.
And try that. Actually, let's do a toast for everybody today. Kenny, I didn't
We
get to
did-
bring
we
you.
did it, but
I know, but I didn't get to bring you in on this. My cousin Jeff Kelly passed away last night,
oh,
and it's just been devastating for everybody. But a truly, really good guy. You know, everybody says they're a good guy. He actually was a good guy, and everybody's a little devastated today. But it's one of those type of things that. Here's to you, Jeff.
or a lot devastated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorely missed.
This is
it's very
this is
good.
fantastic. This is a
Jeff
good one
would
to toast.
approve.
He
I
would have
I
definitely
never knew
approved of it.
Jeff, but he would approve of this because this is delicious.
Well, this is, like I said, this is the Old Elk 10. This Wednesday, this is an advanced bottle. This is a new barrel that's coming in. Wednesday night is Whiskey Wednesday, and that is going to be Old Elk. This is going to make its premiere out to everybody who didn't show up today and get some today. Again, and the name of this barrel, this 10-year-old barrel of wheated bourbon, is called Wheat Dreams Are Made of D's.
You are always so clever.
Well, I don't know about
and
clever, but
creative.
well, you know why?
Clever.
You know why Randall and I named the barrels, right? Did we ever discuss this? Because we're too stupid to remember anything else. Like we named the barrels just to so that we can recall what barrel it was. Because
If you go back
it's
far,
crazy.
and we know exactly where and when this started and how it happened. For example, if you're picking Old Weller at Sazerac, they would be like, "Oh, this is barrel number 1634B74."
Bingo.
And then we would pick 2 or 3 barrels from there, and it would be this long string of numbers, and we're like,
yeah, which one was this?
Which one was that?
it? So
Well, it's
then
when people come back 3 years later and ask you, about
Right.
it.
do you have 187? I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no idea. But if you were to say,
You're knocking on heaven's door.
right, or like, for example,
Wheat
jackpot
Dreams.
or other things, there are codes in the name that help us like kind of mnemonically remember what it is.
That's right.
And then
Like us.
after we ask them, can you substitute for the letters? If you have a 10 string of numerals, can you substitute alphabetic letters for that? And they said yes. We then flip that into, we're going to make a sentence or a name for it. And so I'm not claiming that we're the only people ever in the world to name the whiskeys, but we were definitely on the front line because a lot of these distilleries were like, I guess it's the same amount of space. And then you saw the rise of named
Whiskeys. I'm not going to say we were the first to do it, but I don't remember anybody doing it before us.
And I know that it was
Sad.
it was groundbreaking at the time with the distilleries that we were talking to.
That's right. All right.
So-
Well, we got 1 minute left before the break. And Johnny made us do we have enough time to do this, John, or should we just wait till we no, we should probably wait till we get back. We should definitely wait until we get back.
But did the I'm sorry, I didn't catch the gentleman's name, but did the previous
Madhu.
Madhu, did he leave any of that rum? I would like to try it.
I don't think
Or
so,
did
but I
he
can get you
put
some.
it?
I can get you some.
Okay, because my other question was, did I give you any of that 3 Hearts or 3 Loves rum from those Bold Odysseus guys? Did we try that here? We didn't do it.
We do have it.
Oh,
though.
okay.
Do we still have? We still have it. It must be in my pile.
Yeah. Okay.
My pile of whiskey.
Well, it would be
or
rum.
spirits.
Right.
It was spirits. Let's go
Pile
with
of
spirits.
spirits.
Let's spirits. All right.
Okay.
We gotta go for a break. During the break, we'll do something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But
I have a couple things to do during
okay.
the break.
All right. Well, then there you go. Kenny takes over the show. Everybody ready?
Please stay tuned to It's the Liquor Talking. We'll be back after this commercial break, but continue with our Facebook Live feed.
What you got?
No, it's funny. I just figured an Indian guy from India would know, I didn't get a chance to tell him because we were sort of crossing paths, but I said to him, do you know Rajiv from Sula Vineyard? And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. He goes, yes, I do. And it's because Verlinvest invested in
Yes.
the Sula Vineyard. So he's wondering, how do I know Rajiv?
There you go.
I go,
There you go.
He's probably wondering what just happened.
Yeah, I know. Really,
Probably
just
kind of in
interview with us.
about the whole experience.
How the hell did I get involved with this? Is what he really said.
yeah.
We get some. Well, you know what? Let's do this first, because I want to really get
Yes,
into. I really
let's
want to
do
get into
that.
this. So let's do this thing first. Here, hold on.
All right.
So this week, and we're going to try some of their other products from Apres, which is in Portland, Maine. We're going to try some of their stuff, but this is a limited edition product that they just came out with, and this is the Calhoun Mai Tai cocktail.
Huh.
So
I like it.
In tribute
75th
to Route
yeah.
1 Saugus Kowloon.
75th anniversary. So this is in limited supply. So I thought we would try this one. All right, we're not going to have 7.9% alcohol.
So folks
So,
that may
there
be
you go.
watching this nationally or internationally, Kowloon is a landmark. It is
Like the
on a
Hilltop Steakhouse.
strip of property north of Boston in a town called Saugus that I like to call the Vegas of
Restaurant row.
right, because Kowloon is a giant tiki hut.
Yes.
And one of my favorite experiences was sitting on the ship's deck, literal ship's deck, looking out over an active volcano mural on the side wall and eating a giant poo-poo platter.
We're coming back.
Things, so.
We're coming back. You can tell everybody about it. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to It's the Liquor Talking right here on WCRN AM 830. We're all on the dais today, and we just decided we're just going to keep drinking. Kenny is here. I just poured him and Randall a limited edition 75th anniversary of Kowloon Mai Tai cocktail, 7.9% ABV. This is actually being done by Apres, which is out of Portland, Maine, that is doing this for them. But it's a limited edition, so we don't get a lot of this. But I'm thinking
semi-local, about a local institution, Kowloon Restaurant, which had a fantastic comedy club and still does, and has a kind of like one of those restaurant experiences that I can only compare to one of my other favorite childhood restaurants, Casa Bonita in Denver, Colorado, where they had cliff diving,
right?
Shootouts, and so the whole experience of going to Kowloon is also the ambiance and the kind of decor inside the restaurant.
This is made with lemon, lime, pineapple, orange, passion fruit, honey, vanilla, cherry, and of course, Maine water. That gives it its oomph.
Yeah,
this is really good though.
I was gonna say Poland Springs, but they felt that was sort of
probably This is good. I like that one.
Yeah, you know what I haven't seen recently? I mean, tiki culture and a lot of the tiki style drinks are delicious.
Oh,
but in the last couple of years, you've seen the rise of a lot of these ready to drink seltzer cocktails and things like that. So yeah, it's nice to go back and taste one of those.
There's a really cool tiki place that I guess they revamped and they redid down in Fort Lauderdale that I want to get back down to because I went when I was in college, and it had fallen disrepair, and I guess they revamped it, and I can't even remember the name of it off the top of my head. But my daughter was down in Fort Lauderdale. I kept telling her, you should go to this place because it's so cool looking. And it's really like a huge tiki hut.
Right.
Of course, I was totally disregarded. In 10 years from now, she'll go like, hey, Dad, I found this cool tiki place in Fort Lauderdale.
Did you tell her that in your college experience, as you were doing classical studies, you built a balsa raft and sailed to
Polynesia? Yes, I did.
And discovered Easter Island.
I have
Kontiki Kowloon.
Right.
Yes, exactly. But the Calhoun thing is really good. I like it. So grab yourself one before they go away. It's not going to be around forever. Now,
and a commemorative picture on the can as well.
Yeah,
yes, they do.
Looking can.
Thank you, Kenny.
Ryan works out.
I work out a little bit. Thank you. Appreciate that. So by the way, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention at all to this. There's a little bit of phenomenon that's going on right now, and it involves Sarti Rosa. It is an aperitivo from Italy, and they're making a spritz with this, and it's just out, and you cannot find this. I mean, it's insane. I talked to my buddy.
Bottles. This product is not easily available.
Not easily available right now.
Sarti Rosa.
May I see that?
Yes. Will you pass that down to
me?
Well,
there goes that bottle.
Yeah, I know.
Into the bag.
14%. It's a lower ABV. It already takes it. And no, but it's been really difficult to get. They've been flying off the shelves everywhere. We actually have a virtual line, and that's how we've been getting them out to people. I said, well, we did get some in. We filled out all of the virtual line. We were able to do that, which was fantastic. So I
meaning if people have a request for an order, you're going to be able to fulfill it.
Not yet. Well, because I already filled. I filled the ones I could fill.
Okay.
The ones I could fill. So it's in short supply, but eventually it's going to be available all the time because that's the whole purpose of this. I know.
Blood orange.
It is a mix of mango. Oh, excuse me. You are correct. Blood orange, mango, and passion fruit. I know I had read that, but I was like, it's been a whirlwind of days. I know that everybody else trying to steal the only bottle we had that we wanted to show people on. So,
well, don't worry, I'll be successful.
So we have in front of you, Johnny on the spot, of course, put together a spritz for us
Delicious.
so that you guys can try it.
So good. I might need the other bottle to try to experiment with other things.
Yeah, and
Okay, I'm going to point something. This is very good, and I can see why people are looking for this.
Yeah.
All right, it's got those tropical fruit flavors. It unlike an Aperol spritz, it really doesn't have any bitterness to it.
it has a little bit of an edge, but it's
But it's
yeah,
but it's not.
You wouldn't
It's
call
more
it
on
bitter.
the
no.
yeah. No, I wouldn't call it bitter. More almost on, especially the front is more sweet. So I sort of get where they go. I like an Aperol spritz for a different reason. I do like that sort of like little bitterness to it.
Yeah.
I think it works very well,
And
especially with
Hugo
food.
spritz.
Hugo spritz,
Yeah.
a big limoncello spritz. So I mean, this whole sort of concept. But I get why
Mark
people are
Spritz.
looking for this. Mark Spritz, he's 7 times, I believe. And
No, that was Mark Phelps.
oh, was it? Who's Mark Spritz? He only win 5.
Yeah, I think he got
Five.
5.
Oh, yes,
Phelps
5.
beat him.
Loser.
Yeah, Phelps. Jesus Christ. But I'm surprised he should.
And it was Mexico City where the water has less air in it.
There you go. So, but I can sort of see why people are looking for it. I get the appeal. It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Now, this brings me to a
The
point.
blood orange peel or which
Yes,
peel?
that's the peel. Which brings me to a little announcement I want to make. On September 26th, we are doing a bitters, Amaro, and beer tasting. So it was usually with the beers, but we were having trouble getting a lot of people for the beer one because it's at that time of year, everybody's very busy in beer. And I've been wanting to do an Amaro and bitters tasting. So I said, you know what? Let's really do that. And we're finally gonna do this event. I've been
I've
waiting.
never really heard of this kind of event.
No one's done.
Groundbreaking to me
Well,
because
yes.
it's very popular right now, but traditionally you wouldn't be able to get enough people together to
do it.
do it because now you have things like this product that I think people are going to be trying to find, but they're now drinking more of the bitter
Right.
lineup. So
You're
yeah.
absolutely correct. And the whole thing is and our goal is to have at least 20 tables, and I'm hoping to have like closer to 30 tables of Amaros and bitters there. And they're going to be free to do what they want. You can try it straight. You can try it in a cocktail or something like that. So we're gonna bring this sort of together. Hopefully we'll be able to have Sardi there. Hopefully at that point we'll have enough in house that it will not be an issue. But we're going to have the great people from Campari here, and we're going to have a whole bunch of other ones. We have locally made bitters and Amaros from Bully Boy. Yeah, absolutely. So we're hoping to
do a
have
good
them
job.
here, and they do a great job.
May I, given my Worcester Academy attempted background in
Sure.
editing, the plural of Amaro is Amari. So if those things go out and they're in print, you might want to just get some liquid paper and white out and make that.
I think we're okay.
High.
Because I think I only use the singular on everything. Bitter, Amaro, and beer. I think I only use the singular.
Okay.
So I think I'm okay.
All right.
And I have a BU student that is a graduate of English. I'll have her double check it. You've read a couple of your papers in high school, and I know that I'm not going to go by that.
My married friends, the Amari,
The
collective.
Isn't that a secret society?
Yes. And
All right.
and the admission is that you have to be,
Married?
married.
Yeah. He's just like looking at me like there's under something else. What else would there be?
I don't know.
All right.
I'm not allowed in the club. I don't
You're
have
not
the
allowed in
ritual.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the-
That is true. That is true. All right.
But speaking of, interesting, mysterious things, a can of soda has appeared in front of me.
Me and my RC.
Oh, Royal Crown.
So I always use the thing is people go like, well, I don't like that. And I like this one better. And I go, that's why there's Coke and Pepsi. And I always say right after that, I go, that's why I am I'm an RC fan.
Right.
RC Cola. And I know Randall is too.
Just to be contentious.
I
just
don't
to
know
be-
if I've had it in the last 20
So
years.
this is RC Cola neat, right? There's a cocktail here, but
Yeah, just try RC Cola. I know you haven't probably had it in a while, Randall.
so one of the defining things that I like about actual colas is the cola nut flavor. It's prominent in Moxie, and it's a little bit more forward in RC Cola
It is.
because it's not drowned out by sweetness, but it does have a drying kind of back finish
Right.
on this as well. So
Is there an unopened can of RC here still? May I see it, please?
Yes. And it still has that. It has that cola nut.
I don't know where his bag of absconding things is, but
I know, I
feel
know.
that this is going right into that.
I think we're gonna
bag.
have
No,
to like. I think we have to
no.
have security. Security.
Maybe a wooden
Is-
leg that
yeah,
gets
it's-
filled
About
up with all.
insecurity. That's more me.
All right. So I got to find out from Johnny. What is this, John? Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So this is Boston Tea Party by Nashoba, right?
Okay.
And this is what it's
Bourbon steeped in tea.
orange tea and bourbon pre
So it's a
batch.
cordial with
It's
a
a
bourbon
cordial,
base,
right? With a bourbon base, right? And John, how did you like just sort of like started fooling around with this as he is wont to, and he came up with this cocktail and he said, "You guys are gonna try this. It's the Boston Tea Party and RC Cola." So let's try it.
John Hendricks, the founder and chief operating officer of the Mix Around Gang.
Yes,
He's
I'm
always, he's
working
always
my elbows to the bone. And what have you been doing in here?
just goofing around with flavor and different things, putting stuff together like a mad scientist. Delicious.
That's really good. I like that.
Because the cordial influences
Really go well.
go well with
Really
the,
go
with
well.
the RC Cola.
I
And
think,
it makes a richer, almost darker flavored drink
yeah.
that is,
That's really
is
good.
very sippable.
All right, so we're gonna
this
have to
is a-
contact.
This is a July 18th vintage, just so you know.
Yeah.
It was
It's been
produced,
stored on its side.
it's produced on the 199th day of 26 at just after midnight, 15 minutes into the day.
And then
Kenny's the idiot that can read codes on closed code soda cans.
but
One of his many talents. He never read the Iliad or the Odyssey, but he read that.
just after midnight, John
Well,
Hendricks
these are numbers. I can't read words.
Yeah,
was
there you go.
outside of the soda facility with car running, and that went right into the trunk and out the door.
Well, let's go with that story. It sounds
Yeah.
espionage.
Well, it sounds
All right, we
bootleggy
gotta-
without being,
All right, we gotta take another break. During the
No.
break, yeah, we gotta take another break. And when we come back, we'll do the question of the show.
7.
And we'll no, it's not 7. I gotta find one that's 7.
we're going to take a break too, or as they used to say in the movies, electric boogaloo. So we'll be back after these messages. Please stay tuned. There'll be more nonsense on the Facebook Live feed.
Oh,
including
30
our-
seconds.
yeah.
See, we were way off
Well,
again.
yeah, okay.
All right. See. All right. So during the break,
It's
I'll
my
let you know
fault.
what we're gonna. I know what we're gonna let you taste. During the break, we're gonna try Right. It's quiet energy and it's a strawberry. And Kenny's gonna tell us all about it. While
RITE.
RITE. It's I'm gonna let you. We'll go to break
Yes.
and we're gonna try this during the break. We'll let you know on the other side when we come back if it was any good or not. It better be good. That's all
There's
I'm gonna-
some unpronounceables.
Yeah, there are some unpronounceables which will make Kenny pronounce. He's good at that. All right, we'll be right back. Oh, that sounds good. All right, so I have here Right, RITE, quiet energy, and this is the strawberry. It's a 12 fluid ounce. This is an energy drink. Now I got to tell you, Kenny, I am not a big energy drink guy. You're
Okay.
agreeing with me. I could say that like he's like right with me.
RITE with you?
Yes, exactly. Here, you want some?
Try
You get
it.
some cups. All right. So
Oh.
Kenny, tell us about
There we go.
the right way.
Nope. I'm not going to say anything till we're back on the. No, just kidding. No, this is a quiet energy. I am part of the team that is putting this thing
Okay.
into the marketplace. The founder CEO is Brad Pyatt, and then BJ McCaslin is leading the sales force
Okay.
for this. But the product itself is caffeine-free energy because we're using paraxanthine and ketones, beta hydroxybutyrate. And so
He
these
just said
things
something really
are-
weird. You know what it said,
Yeah.
right, Randall? Okay.
there is a lot of help with mental acuity and focus here, but no stimulant.
Okay.
And what happened was Rob Rogers, who is also the founder of Go BHB and the best purest form of ketones, has given us the IP and the right, and he's an owner of the company to move into this brand. He was originally had outreach from both the Navy SEALs and NASA because they wanted things that added mental acuity and focus to the soldiers and astronauts
Without getting him jittery.
without having it be a diuretic, so you have to go to the bathroom right
Ah,
after you have it. So
right.
caffeine is a diuretic.
Right.
He set out to put this BHB into a drinkable form, and it is a salt. So there are things like off-putting flavors that have to be mitigated
Okay.
and worked with. And
So you're going to make it taste good. I'll translate for
Right.
Kenny today. You got to make it taste good.
But so here's my
It's salty, though.
question: is this category, as it says, quiet energy?
right.
But I've maybe falsely associated the energy with the caffeine boost. But there are other things that give you, you're saying mental energy, or they're helping you physiologically get more energy?
Both.
Okay.
Ketones are in your body, but these added ketones add to mental acuity, focus, and an uplift that is no crash. Like I guess the one way to think about it is no crash caffeine
Right.
and no jitter caffeine.
Right.
So we think we've got something here that is going to be really big.
That's really nice. Now, did you know that Ryan Maloney was tested metabolically and they found that he has lactones and ketones?
No, I didn't know that.
Locking ketones?
Yeah.
Yes. Not many people know that. I like this one.
it.
I think I like this one better.
Which flavor is this?
This is the orange lime,
Okay.
watermelon lime.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
So there
Watermelon.
is, so the flavor that I'm tasting, it's on the back end. You have this nice initial flavor with the strawberry, and I'm about to taste the other one. Is you have that kind of mouthfeel of like some other energy drinks, and that's, you're saying, ketone based or other things that are in it?
Well, I think
I'm going to give you the ringing endorsement here.
I would
Are you ready for
identify this as an energy drink.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a ringing endorsement. It doesn't suck.
No, it's delicious.
Well, not bad.
that
No,
is
but
what New Englanders say when they think it's good,
That's right.
because they can't ever say it's good.
That's exactly correct. Here we go. We're coming back. All right, we're back. And of course, Kenny Sadowski, the beverage whisperer himself, has joined us on the dais. And we are trying, during the break, we tried Rite, R-I-T-E, Quiet Energy. Is this on the market yet, Kenny?
Not quite, but
Okay.
almost.
Almost.
All right.
And we tried the strawberry flavor and the watermelon lime. And basically, this is a energy drink to bring acuteness, awareness, with no caffeine, no jitters, no having to run to the bathroom, that type of thing. So you'll be just more aware and more awake because it's clear. Like everything's clear to you. Am I
Yes.
correct?
And NASA has
It's perfect, which is exactly why I can guess the answer to the question of the show before you ask it.
that's
You
how
not
much
get it right.
acuity. is.
Eventually, it will be 7. We know
Okay.
that.
Right.
All right. We can get to that. This is actually really good, Kenny. I have to say, I am not.
I'm surprised by this.
I am surprised with this because I don't particularly like energy drinks.
Right.
It's not. Although a little sweet for me, the flavors are on target, and it has enough of a salinic, a little like saltiness to it to offset that, which gives you a mouth watering feel to this, almost like thirst quenching.
Well,
So I do like this one. I do like these. The strawberry was good. I think I like the watermelon lime better. I think that for me, I think that one's a really good. I would buy this. And I never in a million years thought I would say that about an energy drink.
Well,
So I
we
think you're on the right
appreciate it.
path here. So it's really
you.
good.
Thank you.
this is going to cut into my diaper budget when I'm traveling. So thank you for doing that.
Oh,
For your hard work.
Another thing we didn't need to know. All right. Let's do the larceny question of the show so we can stop talking about Randall's diaper budget. Okay. Everybody, here we go. The larceny question of the show today is true or false? You get a 50-50 shot, not 7. In 1964, Congress declared bourbon a distinctive product of the United States. True or false?
True.
They can't see that on the radio, Kenny. What is it?
Well, I don't want to be wrong. So if I just give a thumbs up, no, I'm going with true.
You going with true?
Yeah,
Oh,
It was
oh,
the legislation session started in
63. No, that's Johnny just pointed that out. He's like, no, it's 63. It
Right.
is true. Distilled since the 18th century, bourbon is American barrel-aged whiskey made primarily from corn and generally associated with the American South, especially Kentucky. I love the fact that they quoted a friend of ours, Randall Lewis, Louisville historian Michael Veach believes bourbon acknowledges the importance of the Bourbon Street in New Orleans, a major port city, where it was sold as cheap alternative to French cognac.
Right. And bourbons existed before 1963, 64.
They did. It was
But the government essentially made it a protected class or
Correct.
name or appellation, as they would
Correct.
say.
Provenance,
So, yeah,
as it were.
yeah. So that
if
is
you're French.
I have
Bourbon Street is in the French Quarter.
Right. It
that's
is.
true. That's true
There's
because
a
they
change
were going against the French. I am
and
going
bourbon, the French word too. Bourbon.
Bourbon.
Bourbon. All right, I'm gonna. We have a little bit of time left, and I thought we would do a special pour. Randall, you want to tell us how we got to the special pour?
Yeah. We basically waited until all the clown show of picking went on and then swooped in to make some fantastic barrel selections for our rare character product.
Wait a second. Wait a second. There was a clown show that I wasn't invited
Yeah,
to.
you
How
may
did
have
that
been.
happen?
We came in after the whole.
We came after them. We figured
basically-
you had already been there.
We had several samples set aside that we went through, and you know who wormed their way into this tasting? Kevork.
Kavork was there.
Yeah.
Yes, he
So
did.
this did not happen here. We had to go to a distributor site that handles the rare character brand and taste through some samples with a woman named Teal Eye,
who was their representative up here in the Northeast.
and who has a wooden business card.
Wow.
Yes. All right.
Good
And
liquid.
this is what we picked.
Oh,
So
you
we
did
picked
well.
we picked several barrels. All right. I decided I was hemming and hawing about which one we were going to release first. This is the first one I think we're going to release, and this was the second barrel we picked.
Yep.
So Kavork just chimed in. Yup, I was there. so
So this one has a higher rye mash bill.
this one has the higher rye mash bill. It's 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% malted barley. I don't have an ABV for you, but I can tell you this, that it was distilled in Indiana and it was aged in Tennessee. So I came up with a name for this one, and I don't know if you're going to like it, but it's called Not Kentucky. But I think it was going why can't I think of it now? Because I'm trying to think of it. The Gregorian knot that Alexander cut in half,
Right.
and we're going to call it KNOT, not Kentucky.
Classical studies.
Yeah, I know. I had to
Right.
come in somewhere.
So,
So
there's
what's it-
So close to
the Gordian
Knoxville.
knot. Yeah.
So close to
Gordian knot.
Knoxville.
I know this. I know.
Knoxville.
I know.
How about Knoxville?
Maybe, maybe. But the imagery is what I'm really looking. I want a
Yeah.
Macedonian sword going right through a knot. So
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Get it, Randall? Why not?
Exactly.
That's a joke, son. You get it?
Yes. Very naughty of you.
Oh, that's a good one. All right. So, what do you guys think?
It's really good. Well done.
I liked it then. I like it now.
Good choice.
This is an 11-year-old cast strength. This is going to be really good. I think everybody's really going to like this one.
If you like those spicier ones, because I personally really enjoyed the one that you haven't showcased here, which is a little bit more of a.
Well, we got time.
Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
I
I got whiskey.
Work that in for you, Ken.
Yeah. I got
So,
time, and you got
The
whiskey.
people who are listening, when you do a pick, they now need to go back to the warehouse. And one of the things that they're going to do is at the point that they bottle it, they're going to take the proof thing for labeling and for the government numbers on it. So
That's
what
good.
can sometimes happen, and what Rare Characters apparently are trying to avoid, is let's say this sample is at 119, but by the time they bottle it in 3 months from now, it's 118.2. A lot of the retailers have like promoted the product at the higher or the different thing, and then people feel they're playing fast and loose and swapping out some other product, which is not the case.
We don't care.
They
We
do not
really don't
release
care.
that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that Moneyball thing of trying to get hazmat stuff and only pick by,
By proof.
you know,
So the first one's going to be a lock and key release. The first one you guys tried. The second one that we're doing is age 9 years, but by the time we do this, this will probably be 10.
Yeah.
It'll probably be 10. Really don't care so much about that. This was distilled in Kentucky and aged in Kentucky. And this one is going to be our next edition of our It's the Liquor Talking offering. So this will have a
none of
goofy
those
pitch.
spice notes, but to
No.
me, just a smoother, just kind of
Yeah.
rounder.
Totally agree.
They're both fantastic for different reasons. This is why there's Coke and Pepsi, and especially
And
RC
our
Soul soda.
Cola.
Moxie.
Moxie. Well, there's Moxie for everybody else.
Right.
That's a
So we had a
Fans only.
fantastic experience. We picked 2 great bottles. They're in the pipeline. Don't get too excited about them over the next few months,
no,
but
it'll take a while.
it'll take some time.
I'm
for them to
hoping
get that.
if I can get the imagery done for not Kentucky, I'm hoping that we may be able to get that for our November, which is November
The road
7th,
show.
which is Whiskey Roadshow. So mark that in your calendar if you're a whiskey fan. November 7th will be Whiskey Roadshow. So
Did Kevork formally ask to have his picture on the bottle, and that formally
formally denied.
denied? Yes.
Yes, that was formally denied.
We love you, Kevork, but you know,
Yeah, this is a. Let's see what else I got here. We've got 2 minutes. Porque no? You guys want to try this one?
I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah.
left.
So, well, we got like 2 minutes, so I think I get enough time to pour this. This is Porque no, tequila and vodka with natural flavors. All right. Just see if I get 100 calories. This is watermelon, pineapple, chili, and lime. 4.5% ABV.
So again, not using a malt-based kind of alcohol source, the
Right.
tequila, and hopefully we're going to get some of that flavor kicking through. Because I think tequila is one of the better, if you're in terms of flavors, vodka strips out everything. Gin can be a little bit drier or have some notes from the spices, but tequila, I
does.
think, usually has a great vegetable note.
Good
If it's
nose
a
on this one. Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
That's good. And you get a little bit of that chili in there too. But
Yep.
it's not
Yeah,
spicy. It's not
chili-
spicy, but it just
And the
That
chili
gives it a
messes
bite.
with the tequila flavor as well.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I
Without it
think
being
it's-
like a punch.
Usually I
but-
don't like when somebody puts a negative on the label.
Yep.
You know, why
I
not?
agree.
I mean, it translates why not? But I mean,
KNOT, right.
yes,
So,
exactly. It's totally different. You don't get that? That's the point. Porque no, why not? And
you
this is
think
really
it's negative, but you're not positive?
I'm positive it's
Oh,
negative.
okay.
Watermelon, pineapple, chili,
What
and
a
lime on
battery
this
you
one.
made.
So, yes, there we go. All right. I want to thank everybody for coming in today, except Randall and Kenny.
That's right. We apologize publicly to our listeners because we have the alcohol to mitigate this show,
That's correct.
and they're
you
just
don't.
listening at home. So please join us next week with more of It's the Liquor Talking. And there's a tasting this Whiskey Wednesday,
This Whiskey Wednesday is Old Elk.
Old Elk. So
Old Elk. You definitely want to go to that one. And next week is Billy Walker, and it's almost sold out. So if you want to get those tickets, go to juliosliquors.com and go to tastings and events and
Thank you for
start
listening.
rolling and buying.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Hanging up now. It's on Facebook.